everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Beena and this lovely little fella here is of course Walter. Hope you're doing well. It is the 1st of February 2025, I have to think about that then, 2025. It's Saturday, it's a balmy 6 degrees Celsius. And as you can see, it's the usual overcast, gloomy, you're welcome mate, overcast and gloomy classic British winter's day. And we are off out for a little potter on Walter, see what trouble we can get into. We actually do have a purpose today, rather than just aimlessly riding around enjoying the sights and getting cold. Today we're off to Letchworth in Hertfordshire to A&M Motorcycles, which is a Royal Enfield dealership, along with Lex Moto I believe, and something else, CF Moto, not entirely sure. But obviously we're going there for the Royal Enfield part of that, just for a potter out really. I wanted to have a look at the new models, which I haven't yet seen. I'm hoping that they have them there, so I want to go and have a look at the Gorilla and the Bear, the new Hemi, whatever else they may have lurking in the shadows. What was the other one? Shotgun, that's the one. Oh dear me, excuse me. And also they've just by happenstance, when I was looking for the directions today, I went onto their website and I spotted that they've just got in a used Himalayan, 411 Himalayan, and as regular viewers will know, I've been thinking about getting one myself, although I won't be getting this one because I am going in for my operation in a few weeks time, so I'm going to be out of action, so it'll probably be a purchase for next winter. But yeah, I'd quite like to go and have a sit on one. It's in the colour that I like as well, that kind of camo green colour scheme, so I'll go and have a sit on that. So that was fortunate that they've got one there. There's not a lot of dealers have them around my way anymore. And also I might try some helmets on while I'm there. As again, regular viewers will know that I own a Shark Evo modular helmet and I absolutely fucking hate it. It's really uncomfortable and yeah, I just don't like it. So I was down there sometime in the summer looking for some riding jeans, and I tried on they had some other Shark helmets in there, and I thought, well, I wonder if they're all the same and they're all way too tight and have horrible scratchy cheek pads. So I tried one on and it was actually really comfortable. It wasn't a modular one, but I'm not too fussed about that anymore, to be perfectly honest with you. It's just a full face jobby, the inner sun visor, which I do quite like. It's very comfy and it was reasonably priced, so I thought I'd maybe try some of those on as well, see if there's anything that takes my fancy. Because as much as I love my I forgot what it's called now, whatever the one is I'm wearing now, Bi-City, my Bi-City Roadster, it is a bit too chilly for winter, so yeah, might see if there's anything there that we like the look of. Although I won't be able to get it home because I don't have any bungee straps or anything. But you know what, it's like a lot of modern day shopping these days. I don't know whether you're like me, I suspect that a few of you are. You'll go into a shop and try it on and then go online and find the best price for it and get it delivered instead. So that's probably what we'll do if we see something we like. So that's the plan. We're heading off. We will be there in approximately 20 minutes according to this. So I won't bore you with a journey there and a journey back. What I'll do is I'll just do this little intro, have a quick chat, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the bikes and the helmets once I've been and I'm heading home. So what's been going on in the last week in the world of Beena? Well, my last video I was moaning about how my elbow hurt so much I'm going to have it operated on. Well, it wasn't even the beginning. Sunday last week I picked my dog up and completely buggered my back up, strained my back to such an extent that I could barely put my socks on. I found it difficult walking for a few days. So I had a few days of that, which was awesome. Thankfully it's completely better again today. And then Mrs. Beena and I managed to get some kind of bug. So we're both really nauseous and ill for the week. So it's not been a good one. It's winter for you, I guess, isn't it? Everything, you get these things knocking about. Hey ho, we're almost up to full strength again and we're off out. So that's what's been happening with my week. So I'm going to leave it here and we'll come back again once I've been to the dealers. So see you in a bit. Well, here we are in Letchworth. It's a nice place, Letchworth. Little fact for you: if you're a fan of Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg, then Letchworth is where they filmed The World's End, which was the third part of the Cornetto trilogy. Good film, if you haven't seen it, as are all of the Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg trilogies. That'd be Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead and The World's End. And yeah, it was filmed around about town centre way. And as the sign said, I think it said, it was the world's first garden city. There you go, a couple of bits of trivia for you. We're about 5 minutes away now from the dealership. I don't generally go to this one. I prefer the ride out to Cooperb, which is where I bought Walter. And I think it's a better dealership, actually. I mean, this is the one that I came to originally when I was looking to buy a classic 350, and they didn't actually have a classic 350 demo bike for you to take out. All they had was the Meteor 350, and the guy said, well, they're all the same engine, so I think, yeah, different kinds of bikes though, really, aren't they? So that put me off a little bit, and the fact that they didn't know about the issue with the gear lever being set at the factory way too low, so you can't get your foot under it if you've got big feet, and I wasn't sure that you could actually alter it, which kind of set alarm bells ringing for me a little bit as a dealership. I thought, yes, kind of thing that they should know, really. So as a result, I ended up going to Cooperb, and I've been very happy there with them. Okay, well, there we go, we've been there. It's a little bit light on inventory, to say. Wasn't as many bikes there as when I went there the first time. A bit disappointing, to be truth be told. But we did get to see a couple of bikes. Well, all the bikes actually that I wanted to see. It's just that two of them were customer bikes, so it was quite fortuitous that they were parked up in the car park with them. I could get a look at them. That was the shotgun, which didn't really do an awful lot for me, I have to say. And the Gorilla, surprisingly, I actually quite like the Gorilla. I guess it's one of those things, isn't it? You can see things in pictures on the internet and make a decision that you don't like them, but you have a very different view for them in the flesh, in the metal, as it were. And I have to say, the Gorilla and the new Himalayan, I was like, yeah, actually they're alright. I'd like to have had a sit on the Gorilla, but like I say, it was a customer's bike, and it would have been a bit rude, wouldn't it, just to sit on it. I was parked next to it in the car park. Yeah, I'd be interested to know what the riding position is like on that and how low it is. But yeah, I was actually quite taken by it. It was alright. I quite like the colour scheme. It was the is it yellow and purpley type thing? Quite funky looking. But yeah, that was alright. We had a couple of new Himalayans, and yeah, I didn't mind those at all. I thought they were okay. I still of the opinion that the 411 is that, sorry, I should have mentioned that, shouldn't I? It's the 450. I still think the 411 is a prettier bike. It's a more iconic looking bike. But you know, if I was in the market for that sort of bike, I think yeah, that could be a contender. It's all right. The Bear, they had the Bear in there. That was very nice. Very, very pretty looking bike. Yeah, do like that. Didn't get to sit on it because I think it was reserved for someone, but coming back a different way, are we? Okay. But yeah, that was very nice. It was the kind of black and silver type jobby. Yeah, I'd be very tempted with that if it weren't so bloody heavy. I don't think I could live with that weight. So, but otherwise, yeah, pretty good looking bike. And then it had the 411, which is really kind of the reason I went down there. Oh, just to get the helmets out of the way. It was HGC and not Shark helmets I was thinking of. And I didn't try any on purely, and this is just a me reason rather than a knock on the helmets themselves, but I've been kind of spoilt with my Bi-City because it has a really large visor, so I can see like everything. It's almost like wearing a full face, open face helmet. And these ones were like a bloody letterbox, and I know that's kind of the norm for a lot of helmets, but I just don't dig that at all. I like to be able to see all my surroundings and have a panoramic vista. So I didn't bother with them. Oh, bugger it. I'll leave it. I've only got a few more weeks left of winter riding, and then I'm out of action for a few months, so I'll just leave that, I think. I'll put my big girl pants on and just put up with the cold face and runny eye and nose. So anyway, I digress there. Yeah, the 411 they had in there, so I sat on that, and oh my god, the second I sat on it I thought, oh Jesus, this is the bike for me. It just fits my body shape perfectly. I mean, I'm a tallish person at 6'1", and I've read a lot online that the seat height is quite low on the Himalayan, so I was expecting it to be, I don't know, sort of like the Bullet, and be quite a low jobby, or I got my knees bent and up at a 45-degree angle as I'm riding along, but it really isn't. You can just about flat foot it. Now, I think I do have weirdly short legs for my height. Mrs. Beena and I have joked about that in the past. So maybe that's it. But when I sat on it, it just felt right, which was a bit annoying because it was a good price. And it was, it had heated grips on and some, what are they called? Backbuster type things. What are they called? Put it as a caption, Beena, you idiot. Hand guards. Had some of those on. Had some bags, not saddlebags, but the ones on the frames, not the frame bags, and then it had a single side pannier. and it had a different seat on it, a kind of almost like a suede-y looking seat, which is quite nice. So it had some good accessories on it. It had a lot of stickers on that would have definitely taken off if it was mine. But according to the guy who works there, he said it's one of the other people who works there at bikes who's traded it for the 450. But he's had it there from new from them, and he's a mechanic who works there, so it's obviously well looked after. It's £2,600, which is a really good price. I think it's done about, I can't remember off the top of my head, it's somewhere between 14 and 16,000 miles, so not a horrendous amount of miles, either 2021 model. So yeah, it would have been perfect, but I don't have the cash for it, and I am about to be out of action for a few weeks, but oh, it felt so good. I could just imagine eating up the miles on that, in that position, that riding position. I think if I had one criticism, actually I've had a couple of criticisms about it, and I know one of them is not unique to me, is that the stand is very upright. Just getting on the bike, because it had the pannier on the back and it's quite tall, and I'm wearing very thick restrictive gear, I decided to stand on the peg and sling my leg over, and as I did so it almost toppled over. And again, when I was getting off, it felt a bit wobbly. It's very, very upright. Not sure why it did that. I don't know that the criticism of the 450 is that it's too much the other way. It leans over too much, which makes it feel top heavy. So yeah, that's one criticism, but I mean, it's not much to worry about, is it? The only other one was when I put my legs down, my feet down on the floor. Am I going the right way? Yes. Let's pay attention to the navigator. The navigator, by the way, is a Beeline Moto 2. Just before someone asks, because I think just about every video I post, someone says, "What's that navigation thing you've got on your handlebars?" It's a Beeline Moto 2. It's very, very good. Look it up. Yeah, so the other thing was, putting my feet down on either side, I could really feel the frame digging into my inner thighs. Now that's only going to be an issue, I guess, when I put my feet down, so that's hardly an issue, is it? But I just thought it just took me by surprise a little bit, just felt a bit uncomfortable. But otherwise, the actual riding position, oh, spot on, chef's kiss, I think. And it felt surprisingly light, because it looks like a big old lump of a bike. And I know that it only weighs about as much as Walter. But for some reason I was thinking it was going to be very top heavy, because it's a bit taller and a bit bigger up there, but no, not at all. It felt really manageable. So that was a trip of both annoyance on both parts really. Annoyance because honestly their stock was a bit crap. But maybe that's the time of year, you know. And the other annoyance was I fell in love with that Himalayan a little bit, and it's made me want the one even more now. And I can't have one because I don't have the money, and I'm about to not be riding for a few months. So let's see. I'm sure I'll find another one when I come to looking again next winter. Although I haven't actually ridden one yet, I might ride it and think, oh, I hate this, it's shit. So we'll have to wait and see. But there we go. That's another little trip out at Walter. I don't know how much battery I've got left. I forgot to bring my spare battery for my camera. You know I'm never prepared for any trip I do. So I think what I'll do is I'll call this one a day. And I'll just let the camera run until it runs out of juice, and hope that it saves the footage. Oh, that sounds dangerous. Should I do that? Will it save the footage? I just don't know. Shall we live life on the edge? Let's see. Okay, well, that's it for another week. Oh, that was weird, but a bit of a surge there. Oh, and again, what's going on there then, Walter? Okay. Okay, that feels like we're misfiring. That's not good. Oh, okay. Let's find somewhere to pull over. Okay, well, we'll keep recording for a little bit longer then and see what's going on here, shall we? Felt very much like Walter was misfiring there. So maybe there was something to that engine like the other day, eh? It feels okay. We're definitely going to need to take him in, I think. Oh dear. Okay, let's see if we can get him home, and then we'll have to call up the dealers. See about getting him hooked up to the diagnostic machine. That's not a good sign. Far away from home. Of course, we're 25 minutes away. Yeah, okay, well, let's stick with this, and we will maybe go on until we run out of juice, because it could be that you see me break down. Oh, he's obviously worried that I've just fallen in love with another bike. And he's heard me talking about that, and he's like, well, you don't want me. I'll just break down then, I suppose. It seems okay now, but definitely wasn't happy up at 60 miles an hour. Try going up to 60 again, see what happens. Anyway, interestingly, I got married there, by the way. Interestingly, when the engine management light came on a couple of weeks ago, it was shortly after I just blatted down the dual carriageway at 70 miles an hour. So maybe there is some kind of issue. Oh dear. Okay, well, I'm going to leave this one. If I break down, I'll record again and you can see what's going on, but I thought maybe just a temporary blip again, but I definitely need to get him looked at. Oh, Walter, we're both knackered, aren't we, mate? Both need some attention at the hospital. Okay, everyone, well, have a wonderful week. If you're out and about on your bikes, stay safe, keep the shiny side up, and I will see you next time. Bye.